I would like to warn my viewers that this book is disturbing. There are multiple rape scenes. It was so bad, I stopped reading about a third of the way through, and I give the book a 0 out of 10. This book takes place in 1894. 21-year-old Katrine Trenholm is on trial for murdering her husband after he discovered her having an affair. The death penalty has been recommended. The trial begins, and it's halfway decent. Then the first witness is summoned, and we get a 30-page flashback. After that is 1 page of trial, followed by another 30-page flashback. The trial isn't important, it's just a framing device. In actuality, the book is an extensive biography of a fictional pioneer who lives in the Lush Valley of Chimacum, Washington. Here's a map of Washington. The red dot in the upper left is where the book takes place. The book is torturously slow-paced. Nothing of interest happens in the first 50 pages. Caddy grows up on a farm with some siblings. That's about it. When she's 10, she and her siblings start attending school at a nearby town. She learns how to read. Since she's good at singing, she joins the church choir. That's another 30-page segment. Another thing that makes this book hard to read is Caddy herself. The main character is incredibly stupid and rarely understands what other people are saying. It takes her 12 years to realize the Indian woman who lives in her house is her stepmother, not her biological mother. When she's 15, a revivalist preacher comes to town. He gives a sermon about the love of Christ. You need to feel Christ's love. When leaving church, she talks with a male classmate. She repeats the statements about being filled with love and feeling love. He says he loves her too, then he begins to rape her. She has no idea what's going on because she doesn't even know what kissing is. The preacher's wife catches them. The boy is run out of town, and everyone shuns Caddy. She's confused and upset because she has no idea what happened. This goes on for months. At Christmas, she gives her teacher a present and tries asking him what happened. He attempts to rape her. This time she screams and fights back. As a joke, the other students give her baby clothes for a Christmas present because they're sure she's pregnant. Caddy's so upset she refuses to go home. She's caught in the rain and is rescued by the owner of a local brothel. The women there are nice to her, and Caddy has no idea they're prostitutes. How could she? She doesn't even know what kissing is. She decides she wants to live here from now on. That's what she says when her father comes to take her home. The manager gives her a job as a singer, so she's 15 and working in a brothel. That's where I stopped reading. Post-book follow-up. I read the original version of this book. It's possible the Harlequin edition is an improvement. The Harlequin edition is 143 pages shorter. By itself, that's a huge improvement. The book is astoundingly slow-paced, and I wanted to stop reading long before the terrible stuff occurred. There's no good reason to spend 30 pages telling us what happened when Caddy was 5. It's not interesting or relevant. The summary of the book says Caddy will become a notorious San Francisco entertainer who kills her husband. None of that was in the book. I guess it's possible the Harlequin edition starts where I stopped reading. I read a little bit ahead. The next chapter is a year later. Caddy has a completely different personality. Now she's a functioning adult. As you'd expect from a book first written in 1948, the rape scenes are not explicit. They are vague enough that you can read them as nothing more than inappropriate touching. Although that's a very generous interpretation, considering how many times the possibility of pregnancy is mentioned. Even if it was only inappropriate touching, it's still a disturbing storyline that I don't want to read. I do not want to read the final 2/3 of this book. I am stopping here. I should have stopped 50 pages ago. It was bad. I give Harlequin Romance number 35, Lush Valley, a 0 out of 10.